Uruguay take on Mexico, then later today Panama, USA, and Puerto Rico will take on Argentina. Also, here's a group for you. USA and Argentina both on the same record, 6-1. Our teams here do not sit on that record. They currently sit on a 3-win, 4-loss record for Mexico and a 4-win, 3-loss record for Uruguay. As Uruguay are introduced, Mexico are introduced to the crowd here. They must be frustrated over their recent results. They had a historic win over the USA back in June. They lost by 5 points to Puerto Rico also in June, and then by 4 points to Argentina on Friday. This has left them bottom of the group with their World Cup dreams just hanging by a thread. A win tonight could right this situation and see them jump up to 4th place in the group. That's how tight things are in these qualifiers. And now the home team are being introduced, and they're being welcomed by a noisy crowd here in Montevideo. After a stunning start to their qualification, they won their first 3 games. They've only won 1 of their last 4 games. A bit of a stutter as they come through to the second round of qualification. They're absolutely hammered by the USA on Friday, and they want to gain some confidence today, and a win over Mexico would provide them with that. Haven't been to the World Cup finals since the 80s, and Coach Signorelli would love to lead them all the way to the finals in a little under a year's time in China. And we are now just a little under 10 minutes away from the opening tip here in Montevideo. But before that, we will have the national anthems of both teams. First national anthem will be that of Mexico, followed by the national anthem of Uruguay.
Con el respeto del público de siempre Uruguay, escuchamos el himno nacional de México. El aplauso para escuchamos el himno nacional de Uruguay.
Beautiful respect in the arena for both national anthems, and a rousing reception for the Uruguayan anthem from their home fans. And both fans now will, both sets of players will exchange gifts on the halfway line, and respect is paid before they go into battle together. Many players obviously know each other and have friendships outside of the game, but that ends when the 40 minutes starts. And here are our officials for this evening: Marcos Benito, Michael Weiland and Sebastian Negron from Brazil, Canada and Chile respectively. They'll be in control of proceedings today, and that man there will have a big part to play for Mexico. Gustavo Ion is one of their go-to guys. He'll be joined by Francisco Cruz. He's been on fire offensively as well. He's averaged over 20 points per game. I expect to see a lot of the ball in his hands here this evening. Moving across now to the Mexican starting five. They'll start with Stoll, Ion, Cruz, Giron and Macedo. Strong starting five for the Mexicans, and they'll want to start the game off well after what was a tough loss on Friday. Here's the Uruguayan roster. One player to step up against the USA in what was a tough loss on Friday was Rodriguez, who scored 11 points. They'll need an awful lot more from their experienced players within the roster if they're going to come away with the win today. And their starting five is Fittipaldo, Izaguirre, Vasquez, Batista and Parodi. And reasonably even matched teams here, both of them with plenty to play for. Uruguayans last World Cup back in '86, finished 13th then. They've appeared in 7 World Cups though. They have had their success on the global stage. It's just been a while since they've been to that biggest stage. For the Mexicans, their last trip was at the last World Cup in Spain. They finished 14th there. And they'd love to be going back to the World Cup finals in China next year. But at the moment, both of these teams have not secured their progression to the finals. Mexico, 3 wins, 4 losses. They sit at the bottom of Group F here in the Americas region, while Uruguay tentatively sit in 4th place, 4 wins, 3 losses. And in the Americas, there's 2 groups of 6 teams, and it's the top 3 teams from each group plus the 4th best placed team. At the moment, Uruguay sit in potentially that spot. Head coach there for Uruguay, Marcelo Signorelli, been in charge since 2016. Head coaching experience in Panama previously. Mexico made a head coach change very recently. Ivan Diniz has only been head coach since May. But what an opening game he had in charge. That historic win over the USA back in June. But that is long forgotten now. Since then they've lost to Puerto Rico and Argentina. And they'll be keen to make sure that they break that 2-game losing streak here tonight against Uruguay. Signorelli there, Coach Signorelli getting his final messages across.
Correr todo el tiempo intenso, estamos en casa, tenemos que ganar.
Geared on there with the protective face mask on. And a lot resting on his shoulders today. Gustavo Ion, the the Real Madrid centre. Huge amount of experience. Had a big game against Argentina. Wasn't enough to get them the win, but put up 18 points and dragged down 12 rebounds in their first game of this window. Ricardo there warming up, and the players just settling now just before we get underway. And here we go for the World Cup qualifier between Uruguay and Mexico. Opening tip is eventually won by the Mexicans. Into the hands of Stoll. He hands it off to Dion. Cruz now. Confident ball movement so far, and the Uruguayans are slacking off a little bit, and that's an easy foul call, I thought, but no. Batista looked like he pushed Ion out, but the officials say no, Ion just stepped out of bounds. And Ion dives in to try and strip it away, but Batista manages to bring it back. Ion rips it away. Just pure strength and hustle there from Ion. Stoll now, pick and roll action with Gustavo Ion. He's going to pull the trigger on a long two. Can't get his scoring underway early, and Fittipaldo will come back the other way for Uruguay. Tough move inside. Gets it to go. Batista. And Giron now with the ball, but the officials have blown the whistle. Need to clear up what's happened. Vasquez has been called for a foul. His first foul of the game. A little over a minute played. Oh, what a bullet pass to Cruz. Lovely vision there by the big man. Ion with the assist. Good ball movement by Uruguay. They're unable to get a shot away, but Fittipaldo's drawn the foul. Ball is put in long. Batista now back to the basket, using his pivot foot. Oh, lovely work from the big man. And Giron will come away with the ball. Into Ion in the low post. Makeda now passes it to the wing. This time Francisco Cruz. Little step back, swings it round the corner. Cruz again with a hesitation. Nice pass inside. Beautiful interior passing, but is knocked away, and the Uruguay will come away with it. Tried to thread the needle, and he's going to hold on to it. Vasquez goes inside, but can't get it to go, and Makeda will grab the rebound for Mexico. Hands it off to Stoll. Ah, lovely long shot. Beautiful find by Stoll. Makes the penetrations, the defense collapses, and Francisco Cruz is the lucky recipient as he drops the three. And a long shot from outside is no good this time, and Stoll will come back with it for Mexico, looking to shake his defender, but tries to throw it out of bounds off Parodi, and he can't do it. Frustrated at the officials. You have a feeling that's a little bit more frustration at himself for a poor decision on the floor. And another big shot. Parodi for three. Two big plays at either end from him. Cruz now tries to find Gustavo Ion, and it's going to be a Uruguayan ball. And the crowd are already involved in this game. And basketball means a lot to the Uruguayans. Gustavo Iron now. Comes back to Mendez. Sorry, to Giron. In the corner now. Cruz can't, Stoll can't get it to go. Parodi looks to float it inside, and Makeda says, not in my house. And Mexico will come away with it. Foul is going to be called on Vasquez. Second foul for Uruguay in the quarter. Makeda now up to Giron. Both the guards work hard to get open on the wings. Cruz passes it to Iron. Iron will drive hard along the baseline. Oh, that's a strong move. Beautiful body control against Batista. Iron gets his first points of the game. Fittipaldi now. Nice movement from the Uruguayans, but a foul by Stoll. Quite an even start to this game. A little over 4 minutes played. Mexico lead by 2. That's the first foul on Stoll, and he'll take a seat on the bench as Mendez comes in for Mexico. Pass inside to Batista. Looked like he's travelling quite a bit there. Keeps dragging his pivot foot. Nothing called though. He follows for the rebound though. The big man gets his reward for the hustle he shows. Mendez now for Mexico. Hands it off to Giron. Back to Cruz. And Iron will come and set the screen for the pick and roll, and he rolls, and a quick ball movement will get them an open shot. Giron for 3! And that's the trouble with doubling out on the hedge. Uruguay caught out by a quick pass from Mexico. Bit of quick ball movement. They get themselves the open 3, and that's given them a 3-point lead. Batista now. He's gone in strong, but couldn't get it to go. As Vasquez hits the deck pretty hard. Slow getting to his feet. And this is the 3 from Giron from outside. Just a little bit of sweat on the floor that needs cleaning up before we can continue. Mendez now advances it up over the half for Mexico. To Giron now. Oh, spins his way to the basket. Good recovery defense though by Vasquez. Manages to block the lane off. Quick handles, but whips the pass a tad too hard. And that's straight out of bounds from Fittipaldi. A little bit too excited on the pass. Cruz to inbound for Mexico. Almost stolen away, but just knocked out of bounds. Mexico will retain possession. Crucial game for both these teams here in their hopes of making it to the World Cup finals. Mexico currently sitting at the foot of the table, 3-4. 3 wins, 4 losses. Uruguay only slightly better, 4 wins and 3 losses. The winner tonight will take a step forward. Cruz now drives the baseline, turns back on himself. Beautiful play, hands it off to Ion. Uruguayan defense had turned off then. Just a change of direction. Batista looks for the back door, but it's quickly closed off. Parodi zips the ball round, he receives it back, he's not going to take the 3. Oh, beautiful, unselfish play. Vasquez, he can't get it to go though. Beautiful play there by Parodi. almost steals it away now. Ion, Gidon, good ball movement. Goes into the low post, it's knocked away. Quick hands by Uruguay. Parodi to the wing. Can't get it to go. Fittipaldo in and out with the 3. Cruz now to the wing. That's a tough shot. He's slightly fading away. Mendez wasn't going to get that one to drop. Ball now into Batista in the low post. Going to go to work, and he's getting himself another bucket. Esteban Batista. He's up to 6 points personal, 4 rebounds. He started very well in this one. Ion now will drive straight down the lane. Can't get the basket to go, and the foul will be called on Batista. Ion will go to the line for 2 shots. Shooting 64% from the line in the 3 previous qualifiers that he's featured in. Really is one of the household names in Mexican basketball. 3 times Spanish League winner, 3 times Spanish Cup champion, 2 times EuroLeague champion. And continues to perform on the international stage. A veteran big man, really has given a lot to his country. And he'll take a seat on the bench. Having played the first 7.5 minutes of action here, and he's helped Mexico open up a 5-point lead. 9-14 in favour of Mexico over Uruguay at the moment. And Coach Signorelli there knows that they can't let Mexico get out to too much of a lead. Batista almost loses the handle as he's being absolutely harassed by Gutierrez. Into the corner, but he steps out of bounds. Herrera's there, turning the ball over for Uruguay. Stoll now. Pull-up jumper is no good for Cruz, and Uruguay will pull the rebound down and come back the other way with it. Nice pass from Parodi, but the roll Mizagueres is a little bit weak. Stoll now advances it over the half, and Parodi just chases him down. All in the corner, wide open shot for Martinez, and he drains it. That's a big shot, that opens the lead out. 8-point lead now, big shot from Martinez. And that is a big lead for Mexico. No wonder Coach Signorelli for Uruguay has called the timeout. And the stadium is slightly quiet now. It's not for a lack of people. It's a busy stadium. It's for the lack of response from the Uruguayan team at the moment. A little under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter, and they trail by 8 points. On a 2-game losing streak at the moment. They haven't won since Game 5 of the qualifiers against Paraguay, where they won by 9 points. Remember, they won their first 3 games of qualification. They've only won 1 of their last 4. So after a hot start, they've definitely slowed down. Mexico, on the other hand, have had mixed fortunes, and tough to see how some of their results have happened. They got a big win against USA in the last qualification window, then 2 days later went on to lose to Puerto Rico. A tough loss to take in Game 1 of this qualification window. They lost by 4 to Argentina, and they're perilously close to losing their hopes of making it to the World Cup finals in China. This new qualification system has made pretty much every game must-win games for these teams. Uruguay inbound the ball to get us underway again. Parodi now. And two. Waiting for the call from the officials. Batista drove the baseline. I'm presuming there's a foul call coming. The players continued playing. Just the second team foul of the quarter for Mexico. Only 1 minute 33 remaining in the quarter. Pass to the wing, Parodi, catch and shoot. A little bit too heavy-handed, but he gets his own rebound on the long rebound. Fittipaldo to Parodi. Batista working hard in the low post, but Gutierrez is fronted in. Big battle for the rebound in the paint now, but it's won by Mercado. Stolen out for Mexico. Uses a screen set by Mercado, and the foul's going to be called, I think, on Parodi. Waxman comes into the game for the first time tonight. Stoll now. Waiting for the call of the foul. Offensive foul is going to be called. That one is on Gutierrez. The official saying it's an illegal screen, lifting his hip as the defender tried to get past him. Second foul on Gutierrez. He's only been in the game under 2 minutes. To the corner now, Fittipaldo to Batista. Goes down into the low post, and Waxman's going to try to go to work. Has to go to the corner himself. This time it's a long shot from Pereira's, but he can't get it to go, and Stoll will come away with it. First quarter clock is down to just 30 seconds now. Cruz, nice pass from Cruz inside, and Martinez accepts the pass and converts the shot. He's up to 5 points personal, and Mexico up to a double-digit lead now. Uruguay already on the ropes early on in this one. Parodi now into Batista. Batista going to back his way against Gutierrez. Oh, beautiful pivot move, but that's great help defense from Mercado. And that's the end of the first quarter. And a lovely battle in the paint ensuing as both teams are working hard to establish interior presence. But with 10 minutes down, Uruguay trail this one against Mexico. Uruguay 9, Mexico 19. And Mexico in the driving seat so far in this World Cup qualifier. Welcome back to Montevideo. We're 10 minutes down, 30 minutes to go. There's your shooting percentages, and it really is a sight for sore eyes is the Mexican shooting. They're doing very well. Uruguay, on the other hand, really struggling from all categories. They've not got their act together so far in the first half, and Mexico have found it easy to score so far. Leading them in scoring is Jonathan Mercado. He's on 5 points personal. And for Uruguay, Esteban Batista has 5 points also. But Mexico lead this one by 10 after 10. Mexico 19, Uruguay 9. And the crowd here in Montevideo have been slightly quiet in that first 10 minutes. Not much for them to cheer. But the one thing you can be sure of is that Uruguay will battle throughout this game. And I wouldn't put my money against them making a comeback and fighting back into this game during the second quarter. That said, Mexico have been pretty impressive so far, finding interior passes as well as perimeter shots. And it's that kind of vision that has helped them secure their lead. And as you'd expect, the Mexican five are back on the floor first. They're back out early. And the fans in the stands are left waiting for the Uruguayan five to make their way out. And Coach Deniz and Coach Signorelli there just getting some final points across. It's all about the fine details in international basketball. It is those little changes that can really affect the game. It's just how well the players take that information on and convert it to actions on the floor. Maxman's only had a little over a minute of action so far. He had a good game. Well, he's had a reasonably good qualification setup. He's only played one game previously, but averaged got 9 points and 4 rebounds in that game, 83% from the free throw line. He's one of these players that has multiple nationalities, American, German, Spanish, as well as Uruguayan. But here we are, ready for the second quarter of action in Montevideo, and Uruguay will get us underway. They'll be hoping they have a better second quarter than they did first. Waxman now to Parodi. Mexico continue their sprawling defense. They're switching and denying passes. Long shot, and he gets the 3 to go. That's a great start by Fittipaldo to the second quarter. Exactly what the crowd here wanted to see. Cruz now to Stoll. He fakes a 3, comes back to Mercado. Goes inside and it's knocked away. It's good defense by Pereiras. Only 4 seconds on the shot clock now. And you can hear a little bit more of excitement in the crowd as Uruguay have opened this second quarter well on both ends. They've upped the level of their defensive intensity, as well as Fittipaldo hitting that 3 in their first possession of the quarter. Officials just having a discussion with the table at the moment. A couple of things that need clarifying before the game can continue. And Coach Deniz is taking the opportunity to have a word with Jonathan Mercado. He's getting some information across to him, and he seems to be sharing it with Gutierrez. So it's obviously something about how the interior is working for Mexico. Not sure what the hold-up is at the moment. But while we have a break in play, I want to remind you, if you want to stay up to date with all the latest World Cup news and all the highlight videos and everything going on around the world as part of these World Cup qualifiers, the best thing you can do is download the official FIBA World Cup app. It's available on iOS and Android. You've got no excuses. You can get it on all your smart devices, and it will keep you up to date with everything going on in the World Cup qualifiers. And plenty has been going on across the world. 60 teams left in the qualifiers. It reduced from 80 to 60 after the first round of qualifiers. The correction is that it was only a 2-pointer. They wanted to have a look at his foot placement, and they have now. And his foot, a good call by the officials, was on the line. So he's reduced it from 3 to 2. Outside to Mercado. Oh, he drains a 3. There's no two ways about that. Don't need to look at where his feet were for that one. And the Mexican lead is quickly back to double digits. Parodi now to the basket, hits the deck hard, but it's still going to be a Uruguayan ball. We have a feeling that this contest is going to become more and more physical as we go through the quarters. Batista, long 2, off left with that one, and The rebound is brought down by Mexico. Stoll now trying to advance it with some speed into the corner. Cruz for three. Big shot in the corner, Francisco Cruz. Second violation, I think, is going to be called on Waxman. Or is it a foul? I think it might be a foul, actually. Some sweat on the floor. Stoll now. There's the pass to Cruz in the corner, and nothing but net. Sweat now cleaned off the floor, and we're ready to go again. To Batista, backdoor pass to Fittipaldo, wide open in the corner. Too much weight on that one. Cruz, oh, what a beautiful vision from Cruz. Unfortunately, the shot's no good, and Uruguay will come away with it. Garcia now, pass it to Waxman. Fittipaldo. Into the corner, wide open jumper, again no good. Waxman fights for the rebound, he can't get it, and Stoll will control the loose ball, and once again he puts some pace in it for Mexico, and this time Cruz has made the cut to the basket. Stoll was expecting him to be in the corner. But still beautiful play by Mexico, they're playing it with joy at the moment. As Paredes goes to the bench for Uruguay, and Izaguirre comes into the game in his place. 14-point lead for Mexico. They'll be very happy with how things have gone so far. Uruguayans will need to up their offensive production if they're to win this one. Garcia now to Fittipaldo. In and out with that attempt. And the rebound is brought down by Solares. And Stoll, for once, will slow the offense down. Martinez now. Drives the baseline. Oh, but it's thrown away. Miscommunication. Ion passing it where Cruz was. Either way, it's a turnover ball. And Uruguay will take possession. All smiles on the Mexican bench at the moment, and understandably so. Garcia hands it off to Waxman. Rodriguez puts it into the low post. Batista looking to go to work, spins along the baseline, nothing there though, and Waxman able to tap the ball back to Garcia. Shot clock running down, they're going to have to get a shot off. Wait to see what the call is. I think it may have been a foul. I think they've got out of jail on that one. Garcia being smart and drew the foul before the shot clock expired. Batista is heading to the Uruguayan bench. He's replaced by Passos as Garcia goes to the line for two shots. First free throws of the qualifiers for him. He's only played one game before today, which pretty good stat line for one game. 4 points, 6 boards, 5 rebounds. Applies his trade in Argentina for Hispano Americano. Connects with the second of his 2. Gets his first points on the board and reduces the Mexican lead to 13. Now goes into Ion in the low post, who's being harassed by Passos. Ion will work his way to the basket, fades away for 2 and gets the roll on the iron. Gustavo Ion up to 8 points personal now, along with 2 assists. Garcia for Uruguay, it's almost stolen away. Fittipaldo will pick up the loose ball and drive to the basket. Garcia, corner pocket, can't get it to go. Passos grabs the rebound and he's fouled. It looks like Gillon will be called for the foul. Passos will go to the line for 2 shots. To say he's not a good three-throw shooter is a little bit of an understatement, only shooting 38% so far in the qualifiers. And the reverse commentator's curse strikes again, this time criticising his free-throw shooting, and he makes it. Has played in every single qualification game for Uruguay though, and an ever-present face in their battle to make it to the World Cup finals. Guidon now with the ball, back to Stoll. Solares working hard to get open, but the defense is stopping that from happening. Ion now, looking to hand it back to Guidon, but the Uruguayan defense is really holding strong, and that's going to be a travelling violation by Guidon. And you can hear from the noise in the arena that they're appreciating the increased effort on the defensive end from their team. Uruguay definitely ramped it up in that possession. If they can continue to do that, limit Mexico's offense, it's going to give them a platform to build a comeback from. Garcia now for Uruguay. Fittipaldo, and we're waiting for a call from the official. I think it's a foul by Solares. And Garcia will go to inbound it. Into Passos. Back to Fittipaldo. Waxman, pick and roll to Garcia, to Rodriguez, open for 3. Nails the 3 as the shot clock expires. That's a big shot. Mexican lead down to just 10. Little over 5 minutes left in the first half. Stoll now. Long shot from Guidon, and he can't get it to go, and the foul is going to be called on Solares. That's 2 quick fouls on him. And Uruguay in the ascendancy. Rodriguez receives appreciation from the crowd. Plenty of Uruguayan flags and a few Mexican flags as well. Waxman is at the line as that foul on Solares is enough to send him there. Gets the first to go. And a graduate Waxman. Member of the senior national team since 2012. That's the second to go as well. Good shooting from the free-throw line for him. And the noise levels pump up once again here in Montevideo, as a timeout has been called. A little over 5 minutes to play. Uruguay 19, Mexico 27. And Uruguay putting together a bit of a comeback. Let's jump into the huddles and have a listen to the coaches.
Cambiamos el balón de lado, Arín con Pau. Siguiente lado contrario, Girón, nuevo pick para Gustavo. El balón va adentro ahora. Acabamos en Pau.
Vamos. Te vas y sacamos a Bruno acá. ¿Está entendido? Bruno pone corta. Kirin sube y terminamos con el doble pick central. Terminamos con el doble pick central para la caída de Atila.
Ahora horizontal para John, Marcelo.
Horizontal para John.
Ahora horizontal para John.
Vamos a darle atrás. Guacho,
After a dominant start by Mexico, Uruguay have built a strong comeback, and that last triple from Rodriguez there was the next building block in their comeback. His first score of the game. Couldn't be more important time for him to hit the 3. And the hustle from Passos and Rodriguez has paid off as Uruguay have stolen the ball away. Not the timeout that Mexico will have wanted, and Coach Diniz would have wanted a better reaction. Fittipaldo, Passos, but it's off the foot. think it was off the foot of Ion. So it will be a Uruguayan ball on the side. They're just going to swap it over. I think it's got a little bit slippery. Baseline ball for Uruguay. Fittipaldo will inbound it. Does so to Waxman, who hands it back to Garcia. To Rodriguez, open for another three. Oh, he's short this time though, and the foul is going to be called on Waxman. As he pushes Solares. Let's have a look at the replay. I think Solares has made the most of that. Slight contact. Coach Deniz won't be complaining though that his team get possession back. As Garcia heads to the bench for Uruguay. And Parodi is back in, and instantly he's applying pressure to Stoll, and Stoll turns a corner, but they aren't able to get it over the half in 8 seconds as Parodi's defense is all over Stoll. So Uruguay really are starting to pick things up, and it's their defense that's led to this resurgence. It's the increased intensity defensively that's enabled them to get some more opportunities. Parodi now with the ball at the top, but Fittipaldo's been fouled by Giron as he's cut the baseline. Can never be the most comfortable. Giron there having to wait at face protection, obviously from a previous injury. Must affect your game, and Mexico are in the foul situation, so Fittipaldo will go to the line for 2 shots. No, it was Solares that was called for the foul. And Fittipaldo hits both shots, much to the appreciation of that young lady. Oh, and Stoll splits the defenders. Beautiful quick hands. Fittipaldo caught asleep on that one and picks up the foul. It'll be a Mexican ball. 4:13 left in this second quarter. Ion now. He's going to back up his way up against Passos, and that really is a battle of the beasts. Stoll for 3. Air ball from him. Giron tries to keep it in but can't, and Fittipaldo will bring it back for Uruguay. Oh, but it's stolen away. Stoll with quick hands. He's out in the break. Lays it in for the easy 2. Mexico's lead increases to 8. Just waiting to see what the call is. I think it might have been some words that Stoll had with the referee after his layup. Yeah, it is. It's a technical foul. It's a silly, silly foul from Stoll. It's not what his team need. Fortunately for him, the free throw is missed, but Uruguay will get the ball back. Parodi now with the ball. Fittipaldo, nice bounce pass to Passos. He goes up strong and he gets the rewards. Attila Passos is a man mountain, and when he gets going, it's tough to stop. Ion now trying to back his way. He'll fade away, and Passos with the good defense this time. Parodi floats inside, quick spin move, almost an impossible jumper he's tried to put up there. The ball's rotated well, and there's a frenetic phase to the game now. Parodi fakes the jumper, and that foul will be on the floor. And Stoll bought the fake and came clattering in to Parodi. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. And this is the pass inside to Passos, and there's not many people that can stop a man the size of Passos in the low post. as Rodriguez will go to the bench and Garcia will come back in for Uruguay. Solares will step out for Mexico as well. Mercado comes in. It's been quite a stop-start game here so far in Montevideo. A bit of issue with humidity and sweat on the floor. It's meant we've had to take some time to make the playing surface safe again, and that's what we're waiting for now while Perotti waits at the line for his 2 free throws. More a provider than a scorer, Perotti. 3.7 assists per game he's averaging. Yet to chalk up an assist today, but he is up to 5 points and 3 rebounds. Bizarrely a -11 on the plus-minus, so he's not been on the court when Uruguay have been playing at their best, but that seems to be changing at the moment. Waxman's worked hard there to secure an out-of-bounds for Uruguay. Waxman now back to Perotti. Jumps in, long 2. A little bit too much on that one, and just bounces off the back of the iron and out. Cruz now finds the wing, hesitation, drive inside. Ion, good ball movement here. They then come to a standstill with it. Shot clock down to 8. Skipped into the corner, wide open for Martinez, and he drains the jumper. That's a much-needed score for Mexico. Their lead jumps back up to 8, and he takes his personal tally to 8. 2 from 3 from the perimeter so far this evening for him. Into the corner, Waxman doesn't take it and travels. Caught in 2 minds. Should he take the jumper or should he drive to the basket? Here's the 3 from the corner for Martinez. As Waxman goes to the line and Batista comes back into the game for the first time in this second quarter. It's come off the hand of Cruz. That's another great hustle play by Perotti, and they're often things that don't come out on the box score, but are a big part of the benefits and the advantages of having players like Luciano Perotti on your team. Timeout has been called. 2:14 left in this second quarter. Uruguay called the timeout, and Coach Signorelli wants to talk to his team. Let's have a listen into that huddle.
Seba, Bruno, Lucho, Diego. ¿Está claro? Diego, haces esto. Bruno, haces esto. El ascensor acá. Vas al ángulo acá. ¿Es zona? ¿Es zona? Sí, sí, sí. Contra zona. Seba va a coordinar al que está en este lado. ¿Está claro? Te moves un poquito.
Agresivo. Mucho largo, ellos, a ti la rebote ofensivo, Guama rebote ofensivo. Ok, no rebote largo, no rebote largo. Vamos, vamos.
Vamos arriba los dos. Dale, dale. 1, 2, 3.
And it's an important 2:14 left in this first half for both these teams. Uruguay want to chip away a little bit more at the Mexican lead, whilst Mexico would love to enter the halftime locker room with a double-digit lead. They would see that as half the job done. And just 20 minutes more of hard work ahead of them for them to secure a much, much needed win here in the World Cup qualifiers. It's going to be a baseline ball for Uruguay as Perotti goes over to inbound. Just a conversation at the moment between Coach Diniz and the officials. Uruguayan fans aren't happy with him talking so much. And the game is ready to get underway. Perotti now to Garcia. Zaguirre passes it to Fittipaldo. Fittipaldo trying to shake his way and get some space. Drives the baseline, comes out to Garcia. Back to Perotti for 3. Drains the big 3 with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Down to a 5-point deficit now. And they've stripped it away. The deficit is going to be decreased some more. Comes out to Garcia. Slightly lost the handle there. Parodi on that fast break. Should have been an easy transition basket. Instead, they're going to have to work for their points now. Batista in the low post. Going up against Ion. And I think an offensive foul is going to be called against Batista. It's the swinging arm that he's going to be called for. And here's the three from Parodi. And Batista is called for his second foul. 1 minute 32 to play. 5-point lead for Mexico. The Uruguayans have battled their way back into this one. Ion, lane opens up, looks to go to the corner. Wide open, a corner for three. Offshore, Ion battling for the rebound, but he's only able to knock it out of bounds as Giron tries to chase it down, but unable to keep it in. Parodi now almost losing the handle, but manages to just about hold on to possession with the help of Izaguirre. Oh, and he's going to get the reverse layup. No, he's not. He gets knocked away. Garcia back to Parodi. Drives in. Nice pass inside to Batista. Beautiful pass. Such vision by Parodi. Ion now. To Cruz for three. Oh, we've got a wedgie. Perfect as well for the ball supply. Molten. Wonderful image for them to use. It'll be a baseline ball though. For I think for Mexico, but a timeout has been called instead, I think by the Mexicans. Just under a minute to play here and a finely balanced game. Mexico only leading by 3 now. They've had a strong start to the game, but Uruguay battled their way back in. Let's go and have a listen to Coach Diniz.
Luke rodea y se va. Paco recibe con Gustavo, acabamos. Paco, Gustavo en ese lado. Jonathan te abre. Luke, giró, lado contrario. 8 segundos. Balón acaba en este lado con Paco, con Gustavo. Damos. Venga, va, vamos.
8 segundos. Que Bruno salga acá, postea a Tila, jueguen, sacá a Lucho, juega el pick fondo y vamos a terminar con Seba revirtiendo y abriendo y con Atila acá, final de posesión. Háganla completa, anotamos. No lo pueden anotar ahora acá. Una falta para dar. Una falta para dar.
I think you can tell by the passion from Coach Signorelli. He understands how important this last phase of play of the first half is going to be to Uruguay. They've pulled themselves back within 3 points. They don't want to give Mexico any opportunity to extend that back out. 8 seconds on the shot clock now. Ball inbounded to Cruz, and he's pushed out of bounds by Parodi. Not happy with the call. Pretty easy one for the officials to make. Sideline ball for Mexico. Get on now with the ball to Ion. Hands it off to Martinez. To Cruz, inside to Ion. Soft right hand, but not soft enough. About a 6-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Mexico will get another opportunity to score. Parodi now with the ball. Gives it up to Fittipaldo. Fittipaldo trying to shake something inside. To the corner. Garcia skips it. Parodi fakes a three. Weaves his way in. Wide open. Can't get it to go, and the battle ensues in the paint, but the Mexicans will come away with it. Long three, and he gets it to go. What a huge shot from Francisco Cruz to finish the first half. And what a bit of a heartbreaker for the Uruguayans. They'd worked so hard to get back into this one. They thought they got them within 3 at the break. And then upstairs that man, Francisco Cruz, drains the 3, and at the half, it's a 6-point lead for Mexico. 29 to Uruguay, 35 to Mexico. in what has been an interesting battle here in Montevideo. The Mexicans dominated that first quarter. After 10 minutes, they're up by 10, but the Uruguayans have fought their way back into this one. Good shooting in all departments from Mexico. Slightly weak shooting from the perimeter from Uruguay. They're going to get back into it. They need to increase those percentages. But they have run the rebounding battle, and 10 offensive rebounds for Uruguay compared to only 1 for Mexico. Part of that is poor shooting, but that's still an impressive number. Both teams will want to control the ball a bit better. 11 turnovers for Mexico is not a good number, but they'll need to protect the ball a little bit better than that. Possession is precious in games of this magnitude, but an exciting first 20 minutes we have had here in Montevideo. Mexico lead this one. Leading them in scoring is Francisco Cruz, and he's hit 3 from 4 from the perimeter. That's 9 of his 11 points total that he's got. He's also got 3 assists to his name. Alongside him is Lucas Martinez and Gustavo Ion. They've both got 8 points apiece. And then across for Uruguay, their leading scorer is Luciano Parodi. He's got 7 points, 4 rebounds and an assist to his name. Sorry, their leading scorer is actually Esteban Batista. He's got 8 points off the bench with 5 rebounds. But there we are at the half-time break here in Montevideo. After a strong start by Mexico in the first quarter, Uruguay have pegged them back, all until that killer 3 from Francisco Cruz just before the half-time buzzer. That leaves us here in Montevideo with Uruguay 29, Mexico 35. Make sure you join me for all the second half action shortly. Welcome back to Montevideo at the half-time here in the World Cup qualifier between Uruguay and Mexico. Mexico are in the driver's seat. Uruguay 29, Mexico 35. It's been a bit of a back and forth battle here. Mexico absolutely flew out the blocks. They led at the end of the first quarter by 10. Uruguay pegged them back and were in within 3. Only a few seconds left of that second quarter, but up steps Francisco Cruz, who drained a buzzer-beating 3 to finish the first half and gave Mexico that reasonably comfortable 6-point lead to take into the half-time locker room. And that is part of the 11-point game high that Francisco Cruz has. He's got 3 from 4 from the perimeter. Also on Mexico, Lucas Martinez has 8 points and 2 rebounds as well. And then for Uruguay, their scoring is led by the big man Esteban Batista. He's got 8 points and 5 rebounds. Under 15 minutes of action for him. And then point guard Luciano Parodi has 7 points, 4 boards and an assist to his name so far. But it's anyone's game here. Mexico definitely have the upper hand in this battle. And for them, thankfully so, they're currently bottom of the group. And they sit with a 3-win, 4-loss record. Uruguay sit in 4th place with a 4-win, 3-loss record. But how that could change today. If Mexico win, they will go to a 4-win, 4-loss record, and Uruguay will drop to a 4-win, 4-loss record. And depending on results elsewhere, that result could see Mexico jump up to 3rd. But that said, Uruguay could make the jump up, the jump up to 4th. Uruguay could even make the jump to 3rd if they win, depending on the Puerto Rico result later today. But we still have 20 more minutes of action here in Montevideo. And Coach Diniz here having some final words with his team. Let's have a listen to what he has to say.
Defensa, concentración y ayudar en la presión. Estamos.
Coach Signorelli taking his players onto the floor to have his conversation with them. Just waiting to see what 5 Mexico come back out with before he has his conversation. It's a powerful symbol to see players arm in arm as they come together as a team.
Está claro, Seba, quédate ahí. Si no hay nada de reversión, pick fondo, Esteban barre. Vamos a tratar de atacar a John ya de entrada ahí. ¿Está claro?
Drawing up a pick and roll, play on the high with potentially a weak side back screen for someone to flare high to. Always interesting to see when coaches are getting into the finer details like that. Thinking the game out as if it were a chessboard. And if Mexico are to come away with the win, that man there, Gustavo Ayon's going to have a big game, and Coach Diniz is going to have to be on the top of his game as well. But Uruguay have fought their way back into this one. They were down heavy in the first. They're now only down by 6. Unique way to dry the floor over in the corner. All right, we're back in Montevideo for the second half of this World Cup qualifier between Uruguay and Mexico. Uruguay trail this one 29-35 to Mexico. There's still plenty of time on the clock for the Uruguayans to make their plays. Vasquez now, good ball movement here into the corner. Batista is going to be called to the foul straight away. He's not happy with the call, but he rarely is. Zagelli missing the shot in the corner. Batista couldn't grab the rebound and ends up fouling onto Macedo. Stoll now in charge for Mexico. Pulls the trigger on an early 3. Bright, brave shot. Can't get it to go, and Batista grabs the rebound. Back to Fittipaldo. Quick ball movement here by Uruguay into the low post to Batista. Oh, he's tried to find Vasquez under the basket, couldn't quite find him. Shot clock to 2. He's going to have to put a shot up. Perotti throws up a tough fadeaway shot. He's going to try and steal it back, but can't, as Ion manages to get the pass away. Cruz now, the game's leading scorer with the ball. 11 points to his name. And Batista is going to be called for another foul. There's 2 quick fouls on the important big man. He's the leading scorer for Uruguay. He's on 8 points. He's going to have a word with the officials as he leaves. It's not the best thing to do when you're already in foul trouble. That's his 4th foul. That's a huge foul for him to concede. Quite an easy one for the officials to call as well. Passos will come in to take his place. Ion now. Hands the ball to the corner to Cruz. Can't quite find his mark in the second half so far. Yet to see a score from either team in this quarter. Parodi now. Izaguirre can't get it to go, and Cruz will grab the rebound for Mexico. To Giron. Makeda sets a screen and spins to Cruz. Cruz will drive inside, soft right hand with the floater and gets it to go. Mexico get our scoring underway here in Montevideo in the 3rd quarter. Extend their lead back out to 8 points now. It was down to as few as 3 in the closing stages of that first half. Almost stolen away. Parodi now. Back to Izaguirre. Spin move to the basket, but he's thrown it out of bounds. Not really the usual place for Izaguirre to execute his offense on the perimeter. Cruz now looking for options, nothing quite there for him. Ion now hands it back to Giron. Giron spins, elbow into Ion, easy 2, and the officials are waving him to stand up as Fittipaldo hit the deck. And the crowd aren't happy about it, but it did look like a bit of a flop from Fittipaldo. And a timeout has been called as the Mexican lead quickly jumps out to 10 points now. 29 to Uruguay, 39 to Mexico. 7:43 left in the 3rd quarter. Let's hear what Coach Signorelli has to say about it.
Totalmente al pedo, entramos, la cancha es igual para todos y para los dos. Si nos caemos, vamos a jugar, vamos a defender, ayudo y recupero. ¿Para qué cambio con Ayón? Si acá hay fondo, de este lado hay fondo. Después vamos a jugar las ofensivas que tenemos que jugar, vamos a batallar todo el partido. Lo dejamos, nos clavamos de 3, se nos van de nuevo. ¡Ey!
Va, 0.
Mexico will be happy with their performance so far here in the 3rd quarter. Uruguay really worked hard in that closing stages of the first half to get themselves back into the game, and if it wasn't for a buzzer-beating 3 from Francisco Cruz, they would have been within 3 points, and within a couple of minutes of the start of this second half, they see themselves down by 10, and not only down by 10, they're yet to score here in the 3rd quarter. Fittipaldo now. Goes to Parodi, back to Fittipaldo. And he'll put the shot up from distance. Nothing there, and the foul on Vachman. But he's going to get the 2. Mercado's going to get called for the foul, and that's a great timing by Vachman. Gets the putback, and he'll go to the line for the extra shot. Very good free throw shooter, Vachman. Not a big that you want to foul. Can't connect with the free throw though this time, and Vasquez tries hard to pull the rebound down, but no joy this time. He's going to chase Cruz down to see if he can hustle him off the ball as well. But Stoll will take over and slow it down for Mexico. Get on now. Spin move, steps back out. Ion for 3. Oh, the big man hits a buzzer-beating 3. He can do it everywhere. And he's up to 13 points personal now. As Uruguay still struggle to get easy scores, and This time Passos is going to be fouled. He's frustrated that he couldn't convert the easier option earlier, and Ion picks up only his first foul. Second foul of the quarter for Mexico, though. And Passos will go to the line. Had a good game against Argentina in the final game of the first qualification phase. Scored 12 points and pulled down 9 rebounds there. Part of the Malvin team here in Uruguay. Can't get the second one to go. Just 1 from 2 for that trip for Passos. And here is Stoll, who hands it off to Giron. Back to Cruz, being harassed by Vasquez. Into the corner now, long shot is good to go. As Mercado gets in on the act from the perimeter, he's up to 6 points now, 6 boards for him as well. He's making his presence felt. Roddy hands it off to Fittipaldo. Oh, and Vakman is absolutely floored good on. He's going to chase the officials down to have a conversation about it, and this was the buzzer-beating 3 from Ion earlier. And the 3 from Mercado as well, as the Mexicans start to light it up from the perimeter. Stoll advances it up over the half. Being harassed by Parodi. Giron now uses the screen with Ion. Ion will pull up for the mid-range 2, and maybe that's just a little bit too close. He's better at 3-pointers than he is those mid-range jumpers now. Pass to Passos as he flashes to the basket, into the corner for Parodi. And he drains the 3. That's what Uruguay needed. Brings it back down to just a 10-point ball game. A little bit of a heat check there on Mexico. Ion now has picked his dribble up. He's going to have to find someone, and they find Giron on the side, and Vasquez is going to be called for the foul as he plows through the Mercado screen. The Uruguayans getting a little bit physical, and as much as the crowd might like it, it's not going to be the way they're going to win the game. Officials have made it clear that they're going to call the physicality. And Vasquez just tries to bundle his way through the screen. I'm not sure what we're waiting for now. But there's the corner 3 for Uruguay from Parodi. Bit more sweat on the floor, being cleaned up. Giron now, goes to Ion. Good ball movement here by Mexico, nice patience, but they're going to need to get a shot off, and Ion does. But he's not put enough on that one, and Uruguay will come away with it and a chance to bring the Mexican lead to within single digits now. Fittipaldo. Oh, and it's stolen away. Quick feet and hands from Ion. He hands it on, and that's knocked away. That's a great read by Passos. He waited for it to touch the ring so it was live again, and then just quickly swept it away. Fittipaldo comes up short. Stoll now. 3-on-1 break. Oh, lovely no-look pass to Ion. Almost looking over his shoulder in the opposite direction, and he just shovels it to Ion, who's the grateful recipient of the pass, and gets the 2. Mexico lead up to 12. 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Parodi now. Uses the screen set by Vakman. Drives inside, tries to draw the defense, but unfortunately the pass out to Vasquez does not give him enough time to get a shot off before the shot clock runs out, and Uruguay are struggling here in this third quarter. They've only managed to score 6 points in a little under 6 minutes, and that kind of production is not going to win them games. As Stoll goes to the bench and Mendez comes in for Mexico. Almost intercepted, but Mendez received the pass. Ion Doesn't take the jumper, goes with the right-hand float instead. Can't quite get the roll, but Mendes fights hard under the basket, but Uruguay will come away with it. Perotti now to Vachman, inside to Passos, and one for the big man, Hatia Passos. Doing the job. The usual big man, Batista, is in foul trouble with 4 on the bench, but his replacement, Passos, is more than adequate in filling his shoes. He's up to 7 points personal now, 4 rebounds. And he'll go to the line for the extra shot. 3 from 4 from the line tonight. 38% in the qualifiers before tonight, so marked improvement so far tonight. Oh, but he banks that one, and as ugly as it is, it's still worth a point. Cruz now with the ball for Mexico. Pulls the trigger on a 3. And Passos at the other end scooping up the rebound. And Uruguay feel a little bit more optimistic now. They're within single digits. Garcia with the ball. Back to Vachman to Perotti for 3. And the rebound springs high, but Ion's there to collect the rebound. He's up to 5 rebounds now. Cruz darts inside. Giron to Mendes. Mendes has it stripped away, but it's off the foot, so it's going to be a Uruguayan ball. The crowd are a little bit upset because they felt like Uruguay were going to break out in the transition. And the official's whistle just stopped them from getting away. But ultimately, a foot violation is a foot violation. To the bench. There's Giron. Into the game. And Martinez. Perotti will take a seat for Uruguay as well. And Fittipaldo will come back in. Passos now. Nice backdoor pass to Vachman. Beautiful pass. Great vision by the big man. Wonderful big man combination there, and down to a 7-point lead for Mexico now. They're going to call a timeout to try and stem the flow. And what is a packed arena here in Montevideo. Let's jump into Coach Ivan Deniz's timeout and listen to what he has to say.
Vamos a la siguiente, están en bonus ellos. Okay, jugamos Gustavo en este lado, jugamos Jonathan tú en este lado, y es Orlando. Vamos en el 1, Paco, tú aquí y Luke.
Defensivo, Correa, yo no vuelve a hacer esto. La bola entra ahí con Kirill arriba. Siempre el tándem, Kirill Atila, Kirill Atila. No hay nada, revertimos, sacamos a Bruno, jugamos bloqueo directo y vamos profundo. Revertimos para el otro lado y nos vamos. Juguemos al básquet. Escúchenme, tenemos que pasar, tenemos que trabajar para pasar este cuarto. Está claro, defensivamente hablando. Está liberado yo. Después en ofensiva, juguemos con Atila al pique y repica ahí, dale. Vamos a correr, Atila, vamos a correr.
And Uruguay once again, after letting Mexico slip away from them, they're looking to drag them back in again. And it's that 1-2 punch from Passos and Vachman that we can thank for their last basket. Great vision by Passos. And Vachman under the basket to receive it for the easy 2. 2 minutes 50 left here in the third quarter. Mexico lead by 7. Martinez now to Mendes. Into Ion. Ion fakes a jumper, drives inside. Quickly closed down though. Cruz. Skips it to the corner. Mendes catch and shoot. He's going to take too long, and how unfortunate is that? He drains the 3 just a half second earlier and it would have counted. But good defense by Uruguay. They chased out every single opportunity there, and that's won them the turnover. Garcia now. Brings it up over the half and hands it off to Passos. And now into the hands of Fittipaldo. Into the corner, and Fittipaldo floats it to Passos, and Passos hands it off to Garcia for three. Can't get that one to go, and Mercado will pull down the rebound and hand it off to Cruz straight away into the final 2 minutes of the third quarter here. Long shot, Mercado in and out, and Passos once again with the rebound. He's really doing a big job here. 8.6 rebounds for Passos so far. Backman's now. Fittipaldo for three. He's come up short. And we're in a scrappy phase of play. Neither team creating good, strong opportunities. They're clutching and they're grabbing at perimeter shots at the moment. Fittipaldo inside to Passos. Elbow jumper for him. Shot clock running out. He was forced to take an uncomfortable shot for him. Martinez inside to Cruz. He'll jump inside, floated it with the right hand, but not lucky enough to get the roll. And Passos once again with the rebound. Garcia's going to have to advance it pretty quickly, otherwise he's going to fall foul. Just gets it over the half within the 8 seconds allotted. Garcia now. Fittipaldo, right hand floater. That's no good. He's going to have another bite at it though. Passos with the rebound to Vasquez, and Uruguay will slow it down. Mexico's rebounding efforts all but disappeared at the moment. Long three from Fittipaldo, in and out. Once again, the Mexicans can't get the rebound, but this time they managed to scurry the ball as Cruz almost has to dive out of bounds to save it, and Lyon picks up the loose ball and they slow it down. That 13-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Cruz with a crossover, floats inside, back to Mercado. Long three from Mendez now. In and out, and we'll wait to see who that falls for. I think it's going to be a Mexican ball, and this will give them the opportunity to have the final possession of this third quarter. 13.9 seconds to go. Shot clock's going to be turned off. As Mendez will inbound from the baseline, but they'll make a change first as Stoll will come into the game for Mercado. Just waiting for another substitution, and Perotti will come into the game for Waxman. Both teams taking out their main rebounding players and bringing in shooters instead, and it's been thrown straight away, and Uruguay will capitalise on this, and out comes Fittipaldo for the two! Still 7 seconds remaining in the quarter. What can Mexico do with that time? Down to two. They're going to have to put the shot up, and they do right at the end. Can't get it to go, and the shot attempt waved away anyway. What a strong finish to the quarter for Uruguay. They're back within 5. Uruguay 42, Mexico 47, and Uruguay refused to lie down here in Montevideo. Welcome back to Montevideo. We've got 10 more minutes of action here in this World Cup qualifier between Uruguay and Mexico. 42 to Uruguay, 47 to Mexico. Great perimeter shooting from Mexico tonight. 9 from 22 is a great job from the perimeter. And they keep pulling away from Uruguay, and then the Uruguayans keep fighting their way back into this game. It's not been pretty all the way through, but Uruguay refuse to go away. And at the end of the third quarter, Uruguay's scoring is led by Luciano Perotti. He's got 10 points, 6 boards, 2 assists. And Hatilo Passos and Batista have also got 8 points apiece. 9 rebounds for Passos and 6 rebounds for Batista. For the Mexicans, their scoring is led by Gustavo Ion with 15 points, 4 rebounds. And Francisco Cruz has himself 13 points, 3 boards, 3 assists on the box score. But 10 more minutes to play here in Montevideo. And remember, this is a crucial World Cup qualifier. We've had plenty of action across this weekend, and this is one of the final games around the world to take place in this qualification window. Plenty of highlights floating around social media. And if you do jump onto Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or any of those social media channels, make sure you use hashtag #ThisIsMyHouse. Let's get the love for international basketball trending around the world. So Uruguay finished that that quarter well, stealing the ball and managing to pick up the transition bucket from Fittipaldo. That's brought the game back down to just 5 points here in Montevideo. And Mexico know all too well how important the game is here today. Realistically, they have 5 more qualifiers remaining, and they should be looking to get at least 4 more wins from those qualifiers if they want to hope of making it to the World Cup finals in China next year. Just waiting for a couple of things to be cleared up here in the arena before we can get underway for the final quarter. Here we go, the start of the final quarter in Montevideo between Uruguay and Mexico. Uruguay 42, Mexico 47. A huge World Cup qualifier here. Both teams fighting so hard for their countries, so much passion on show. And that's only going to increase in this final quarter. Cruz now, beautiful, almost no-look pass to Martinez, and Mexico first to score, and they scored very early in that quarter. That will have settled some of their nerves. Vachman now, back to Parodi, back to Vachman, and Uruguay happy to pass the ball around the perimeter, but the Mexicans are happy for them to do that as well. Ball is moved across now as Fittipaldo skips it to Parodi, but he's not going to get it off in time. It's going to be a turnover, and that's the problem Uruguay have had a little bit. They're happy to make the easy passes around the perimeter, but that's just burning clock that they need to access the interior of the Mexican defense. They need to use those seconds to move the Mexican players around and create the lanes and the breaks in their defensive system. Stoll now with the ball for Mexico. Hands it off to Ion. Ion back to Cruz. Cruz looking to find his way to the basket. Floats up the right hand. Can't get it to go, but Martinez will grab the rebound. He comes up short. Looked like it came in the hand of Passos, and Ion's arguing the case, but the officials have already made their minds up. It's Uruguayan ball on the baseline. And here comes Parodi now. Hands it to Vachman, who hands it off to Vasquez. Quick ball movement here by Uruguay. This is better. More passes inside. It's getting them an open shot in the shot clock, and Parodi will drain the 2. And that's back down to a 5-point lead for Mexico now. 8.5 minutes left on the game clock. Back to Ion. He's not going to take the long 2. He'd rather high percentage shots. And that's a tough shot from Martinez. He can't get that to go. And Uruguay once again will burn a fair bit of their clock on the perimeter. Fittipaldo now to Passos. And the shot clock is down to 5. To Passos. Left-hand floater in and out, but Vachman's managed to scoop it back, and it's a huge shot from Luciano Parodi. That's a big 3, and it's got the crowd on their feet here in the arena. Down to just a 2-point lead for Mexico now. They're against the ropes. Inside to Ion. Oh, the cool, calm hand of Gustavo Ion. He's up to 17 points and just ticks along, almost unnoticeable his scoring. It just builds and builds throughout the game. Long 3, no good this time. And a battle for the rebound ensues between Francisco Cruz and Vasquez, and Cruz is deemed to have fouled Vasquez. And that was the big shot from Parodi. More sweat on the floor. The humid environment in here in the arena means that those slip hazards become a little bit more dangerous and a little bit more common. But that's been cleaned up. And we're ready to get back into the action. 7:11 on the game clock. Mexico up by 4. It's been such a back and forth affair as Perotti takes control of the ball for Uruguay. 3 for Perotti. He's put a bit too much on that one, but Vasquez will get the rebound. That's no good. Iron will come away with the rebound. He's getting a little bit heated on the floor now. It's going to be a baseline ball for Mexico. And the coaching staff, Coach Signorelli, is complaining. He's saying that they interfered with the basket. He's asking them to look at the tape, but they won't look at the tape. They'll get on with the game. Cruz to Stoll. He's off right with that one. An air ball. Gutierrez fights for it, but Martinez will come back with it. But it's been intercepted this time by Vasquez. Fittipaldo to Batista, to Perotti. Perotti now looking for a spin move inside. Nice pass to Vasquez, and he's clattered as he goes to the basket strong. Uruguay are on the up. And they're making their move. But they've got to make sure it counts. When they have control of the game like they do now, and they're in the ascendancy, they need to make sure. Martinez will go to the bench for Mexico after he fouled Vasquez. Vasquez will go to the line for 2 shots. That's the second team foul of the quarter for Mexico. No team fouls as of yet by Uruguay. And Vasquez hits the first of his 2. Made his debut in the senior squad for Uruguay back in 2011 as part of the AmeriCup squad there. Connects with the second as well, and the Mexican lead is down to just 2 points now, a 1-possession game. Stoll now with the ball to Cruz. Ion sets the screen. Stoll will come back and use it a second time. Sorry, Cruz will. Stoll for 3. Too heavy. Ion with another rebound, and Cruz will reset for Mexico. Screen is set by Gutierrez. Back out to Stoll. Shot clock down to 3. Cruz for 3. He drains the 3, and what a dagger to the hopes of Uruguay. He keeps doing it. Francisco Cruz. He's there when they need him most, and the lead is back out to 5 for Mexico. Foul is going to be called on Giron. And there's the 3 in the corner for Cruz. And you felt the air leave the building. Vasquez will head to the bench. Garcia will come back into the action for Uruguay. Batista now with the ball. Back to Perotti. Perotti back to Batista. He's in the paint. He's trying to battle his way to the ring. Can't get it to go. That's a very tough shot by Esteban Batista. What a wonderful big man play. Pivot after pivot until he found the position that he wanted to release the hook shot. He's up to double digits, but bear in mind he's on 4 fouls. He's going to have to play the game very carefully now. Cruz. Ball move round to Stoll. Gutierrez sets the screen for Stoll. Ooh, that was close to an offensive foul. I think Perotti's going to get given the foul instead. Sideline ball for Mexico. Second foul on Perotti. First team foul of the quarter for Uruguay. Very disciplined defense from them. Good on now. Gutierrez hands it back to Stoll. to Cruz in the corner. Step back three. Too much on that one, but it's going to be a shot clock violation anyway, so Uruguay will take possession. With 4:54 to play, a 3-point lead for Mexico at the moment, and there's the big man, Batista, working hard in the paint. Perotti now to Fittipaldo. Batista working hard again against Gutierrez. A real battle between the two number 15s. And another big man move from Gutierrez. And he's getting into this one. He needs to be careful though. He's playing with 4 fouls. Stoll to Cruz. Back to Ion. Ion's going to go to work now against Batista, and he knows he has to let him go to the basket, and that's the problem you've got. Batista has to give up position. He can't afford to pick up that final foul, and Ion is up to 19 points. Just wait to see who that foul is on. I think it's on Garon. No, Gutierrez called for the foul on Fittipaldo. And more sweat on the floor that needs cleaning up. And Coach Deniz is deep in thought there on the sideline. As we see a replay of the big man Batista just backing his way to the basket, and here's Ion going, and Batista knows he needs to step away. He can't play too hard defense, and it's going to cost him a place on the floor as he's on 4 fouls. Won't be surprised to see Mexico go after Batista every time down the floor, because he is a threat on the offensive end, and if they can get him fouled out of the game, it will help. He's going to go against Ion now as he backs his way in. And the floor does seem to be quite slippery now. We saw then just Ion sliding backwards. 2 shots for Batista. Ion, you have a feeling, knows that he's going to get the ball down the other end, and he's going to try and draw the foul off Esteban Batista. He gets the first of his 2 to drop though, and he reduces the Mexican lead to just 2 points now. We've broken through the 4-minute barrier in this game. 3:56 left to play. Gets the second to go. Stoll now advances the ball up over the half for Mexico. Gives it to Ion. Ion loses the handle though, and Uruguay have just thrown it away again. Perotti not able to get there quick enough. And Mexico will get the possession back. And a timeout has been called here in the arena. 3:43 left on the game clock. And it couldn't be closer. Uruguay 55, Mexico 57. So much at stake here in Montevideo tonight. Mexico call the timeout. Let's listen to Coach Deniz.
Girón. Paco, tú estás aquí. Girón el primero. Ok, buscamos Girón. Rodeo, Irra. Después de esta situación de cortina, ambos. 1 y 2, Gustavo. Ball inside, balón dentro. Ok, cuando recibe Girón, Paco la cortina, Irra. Parado para que haya espacio para Gustavo allá abajo. Irra. Después del pick cae. Quítate de aquí, cae. Dale el espacio a Gustavo 1 contra 1. Aquí. Línea de fondo. Estamos. Good drive.
Escúchenme una cosa, bloqueos directos laterales, son fondo, liberen a John, son fondo, y después rotamos del otro lado. Ahora, cuando John se mete acá, o el tirador, ayudo y recupero. Muchachos, por favor, ayúdame.
And then the 3 throws from Batista that has brought this game down to just a 1-point game, and Ion is lucky there. He got his hand on the ball. And that could have been awarded as 2 points. I'm not sure if he did or he didn't. It's tough to see from that second replay. But that's what we're seeing. Mexico to get things underway from the side. Ball in the hands of Stoll. A huge 3 minutes 40 of action for both these teams. World Cup fates at stake. Cruz now to inbound the ball to Ion. Almost stolen away, just knocked out of bounds by Batista. Cruz to get on. Stoll now with the ball to Cruz. It's knocked away by Batista though. Extravagant steal there from Batista. Very dramatic. Waxman now looks to go inside to Batista, but it's only knocked away to Fittipaldo. He goes inside, outside. Perotti fakes the three, doesn't, goes to the corner. Batista, no good. As Batista, sorry, it was Fittipaldo as Batista rolls on the floor, but we're out on the break, and Guidon is blocked from behind by Waxman. And emotions are running high here in the arena, both on and off the court. Officials are just trying to calm things down at the moment. It's wonderful to have the emotion and the passion. It just needs to be contained slightly. Pass inside to Cruz, almost knocked away, but no good this time. Cruz turns the corner. He's trying to shake Vasquez, and Vasquez is going to be called for the foul. He shrugs his shoulders, but it's such an obvious call. You do wonder if he's even aware what he's doing on the floor, if he doesn't think that's a foul. "14 seconds now on the shot clock for Mexico to play with. Ball comes to Guidon. I'm going to slow it down, and Ion now with the ball. Skips it to Guidon for three. In and out off the iron with that one, and Batista with another rebound to his name. It's up to 7 rebounds, 14 points. The big man's definitely put in a shift. He's been limited by foul trouble. Goes to the basket. Waxman for two. Drains the two, and Uruguay have the lead here in Montevideo. I think I didn't need to tell you, the noise in the arena tells you that. Ion now floats in, right hand, in and out. Big rebound by Batista again, and players are knocked over like Skittles. Perotti on the wing, he's going to slow it down, gives it to Batista, lays it in for two, and he raises it to the ceiling, and you can see how much it means to the Uruguayan players and fans alike. They're riding the crest of a wave at the moment. But is it enough to see them take what would be a massive win? They lead by 3, under 2 minutes to play. What do Mexico have in the tank? Do they have enough to come back into this one? Let's jump into Coach Ivan Deniz's timeout.
Hey, es mucho tiempo, si juegan físico, más físico. Es mucho tiempo. Vamos, entregamos. Vamos.
Son 2 defensas más. 2 defensas más. ¡Ey! Fondo lo bloqueó directo. Fondo lo bloqueó directo. Fondo lo bloqueó directo laterales. Exacto. Vamos a estar con los tiradores pegados. Vamos arriba, dale.
The songs are ringing out here in the stadium in Montevideo, and the reason being is that Uruguay, on the back of that man, have taken the lead and trying to lift the roof, and you see how much it means to the players there. They're pumped to take the lead with under 2 minutes to play. They lead by 3. What can Mexico do? Do they have an answer? Coaching staff asking to be more physical, more up-tempo. Batista play acting there in the post. He needs to be careful. The officials will call him for it. Stoll now for Mexico. Being overguarded by Parodi. And he's called for the foul, just the third foul of the quarter, and Parodi's third personal foul. 1:51 to play, 16 seconds left on the shot clock for Mexico. Ion now with the ball, and Parodi's going to be called for another foul. That's his fourth. Two of their key men on 4 fouls, both Parodi and Batista on 4 fouls, and that's also them across the bonus now. Every foul's going to send Mexico to the line. Parodi is a key man. Ion now hands it back to Stoll. Stoll for 3. Too much on that one. He chases in his own rebound, and what a big play by Stoll. Mexico will reset. Cruz now floats inside off the glass for 2. Uruguay's lead is quickly down to just 1 point with 90 seconds to play. Cruz up to 18 points. Parodi now. Waxman. Back to Parodi. Batista's going to set the screen and flash to the basket. Oh, but he's not going to be able to hold on to it. Oh, he rescues it, though, to Fittipaldo, but out of bounds, Fittipaldo. It's going to be a Mexican ball. 1:10 to play, and Mexico's cool, calm, and collected, whilst Uruguay are still passionate and frantic about how they're playing the game. And at the moment, the Mexicans are starting to rise again. This game is so close, and it's been such a seesaw affair. Lead changes throughout, and big lead for Mexico that Uruguay kept bringing back. You have a feeling there might be a couple more twists in the tail of this one before we're finished. Stoll now for Mexico. And the whistles ring out around the arena. Back to Ion. 11 left on the shot clock. Ion's going to go to work against Batista. Ah, pulls back for the 2 and gives Mexico the lead. And the Iceman gets it done. He's up to 21 points, shooting 54% from the floor. Shot selection absolutely wonderful from Gustavo Ion. And Uruguay will call the timeout. They're down by 1, under a minute to play here in Montevideo. They've come back so many times. Do they have anything left in their legs for one more big push? Let's listen to Coach Signorelli.
¿Está entendido? Esteban, te quedas acá. Lucho, ponela post-up. ¿Está? Maneja la situación ahí, Kirill. ¿Está entendido? Bruno 45, el pela acá. ¿Está claro? Lo sacamos a Lucho, Kirill. Buena cortina, Lucho recibirla. Posteamos ahí.
1, 2, recupera a Gustavo. Gustavo te va a ayudar para recuperar después tú. Ok, la siguiente jugada, igual. Vámonos al cuerno lado. Seguimos cuernos lado. Sí. Seguimos cuernos lado. Gustavo cae y abrimos el campo después. ¡Ey! Rebote y 1 contra 1. 1 contra 1.
Under a minute here to play, and that man Gustavo Ion has had another big night at the office. He's up to 21 points, 7 rebounds, 9 from 16 from the field, including an unlikely big 3-pointer in the third quarter. Uruguay trail by 1 though. Under a minute to play. The crowd here will give them the energy and the passion they need, if they need it. I wouldn't imagine they need the passion. They've shown that enough all night. Into Batista now. Being guarded by Ion. He's going to back his way to the basket. Strong move. Gets the 2. Batista unstoppable at the moment. Up to 18 points. Stoll now. Shoots to 3. What a brave shot by Stoll. And Ion is lucky enough to grab the rebound. He works hard for that one. Get on for 3. He's off target and there's no rebounders for Mexico. What were they thinking? They're only down by 1 and they're jacking 3s. That's crazy play by Mexico. They seem to have lost their heads in that phase of play. 26 seconds to play. Lackmans is going to go to the line for 2 shots and he's a dead eye from the line. But the pressure may pay its toll on his shooting percentages now. These are some big, big shots. Kirill Vakman's. Oh, he's too heavy with the first. The lead stays at 1 point for Uruguay. 26 seconds to play. Can he nail the second? Yes, he does. Uruguay's lead is out to 2 points. 26 seconds left in this game. 2 second differential game clock, shot clocks. Even if Mexico run the whole clock down, Uruguay might still get another opportunity. Let's see how this one plays out. Yet another World Cup qualifier going to the wire. The crowd here in Montevideo are on their feet and the whistling is deafening in the arena. Cruz now trying to battle his way to the basket, almost loses the handle, outside to Ion. Shot clock down to 7. Ion going to work, fades away, he's come up short. Uruguay have got the ball, they need to foul. Mexico foul. Only 2 seconds to go. Surely this could be enough for Uruguay, and the noise levels in the arena are vast, ringing in your ears. As the crowd here think they've won it, there's still 2 seconds to play. If Fittipaldo can connect with both 3 throws, that puts the game to bed. If he only hits one, Mexico have a chance. The singing is ringing around the stands now here. There's going to be a party in Montevideo tonight. He hits the first. 3-point lead now for Uruguay. They've trailed for vast amounts of this game, but could they be in the lead when it matters? Misses the second, but that's going to start the clock, and that's the end of the game here in Montevideo, and Uruguay have an absolutely massive win. That man Batista can be credited with a huge amount of it. A huge night for me, 18 points, 8 rebounds, and understandably the players are celebrating on the court. What a huge step towards potential World Cup Finals qualification they've taken tonight. But as with every classic game, it takes 2 teams to make a classic, and Mexico have performed so well. I don't think either team deserved to leave the arena the loser, but Coach Signorelli is going to take the plaudits tonight. The Uruguayans were in the lead for less than 2.5 minutes in this game, but they've walked away with the win here tonight. And it's just through heart, soul, and sheer desire that they walk away with a win. Mexico will be concerned. They only went to the line for 2 free throws. They also got hammered on the rebounding battle. 20 offensive rebounds for Uruguay. No wonder they come away with the win in this one. What a game we've had here in Montevideo. This is one that will stay in the memory for a long, long time indeed. Plenty of highlight plays and just sheer grit and determination from Uruguay. Batista leads Uruguay with 18 points. Ayon has 21 points for Mexico. He also has 8 rebounds. Passos has 9 rebounds for Uruguay. And what a game we have been treated to here. Yet another amazing World Cup qualifier that has kept the fans on the edge of their seats, not only in the arena here in Montevideo, but on seats around the world. There's your leading scorers. Batista was assisted by a valiant performance from Parodi and Waxman as well. What a great game of basketball. What a wonderful advert for international basketball we've had here in Montevideo, and what a crowd we've had as well. They've played their part after what was a back and forth game. Uruguay dominating the first quarter. They led by the end of the first quarter by 10. Mexico did. Uruguay battled their way back in the second quarter. A low-scoring, close third quarter before Uruguay turned on the gas in the final quarter, eventually winning this one 63-60. Batista, their leading scorer, 18 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals and a block to his name. Luciano Parodi, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists and 3 steals on the box score for him. For the losing Mexicans, Gustavo Ion had a huge night yet again. 21 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals for him. And Francisco Cruz didn't do too badly either. 18 points, shooting 4 from 8 from the perimeter. Also had 4 rebounds, 5 assists under his name. But it wasn't enough to stop the home team, Uruguay, from securing the win. And that moves them on in the standings. They move on to a 5-3 record, securing them definitely at least 4th spot at the end of this qualification window. Mexico move to a 3-5 record, meaning they're going to stay on the bottom of the group, and qualification is really hanging by a thread for Mexico now. They have to do an awful lot in the final 2 qualification windows to make it. But here in Montevideo today, the bragging rights go to Uruguay. They come away winners of this one. 63 to Uruguay, 60 to Mexico. Thank you so much for joining me for this wonderful game of FIBA World Cup basketball. I hope to see you again shortly.